Well, here we are. First and foremost, happy Valentine's Day. I have to say that I've spent most of the day on the roads, McGoffin, Johnson, Floyd counties, back, and making several rounds, a few jobs to look at and things of that nature. And a lot of folks out and traveling and getting ready for Valentine's Day, and it was just so nice to see everybody in a really nice, pleasant mood. A whole lot of love going around today, and it was very nice to experience that. The sunshine, I think, helped, of course, make that even more obvious and plentiful. Thank you for being a part of the program tonight. I also wish to thank, I know Kay, and I didn't get the names of the others, but I ran into 4 folks today, and all from Johnson County, I think, who are avid watchers of this show. Every night they tell me, and that left me very humbled, and I wish to thank them all for stopping me and telling me that today. With that said, of course, we're going to spend some time talking about the weather. The good news is, and it's not a certainty, the weather, nothing with it ever is. However, rainfall totals for the viewing area and some other trends have lightened up just a bit, and that could make a big difference. We're hoping that's going to continue to be the case, but we want everyone to, of course, be very well prepared. The good thing is we've had plenty of time to do so, and I know a lot of folks have been taking all the precautions that they could and can to try to get ready. So we'll talk about that and what's being done on a local level as well. Let's go ahead and start on that note as a matter of fact, where the city of Sayersville, Johnson County government, I think as well, McGoffin County government, the state of Kentucky as a whole declaring states of emergency, as did the governor earlier today, which will be in effect early tomorrow through midday on Sunday, where again, 2 to 5 or more inches of rain could fall depending on where it hits in parts of Kentucky. Then that, of course, is going to cause some significant flooding for some, possibly some serious for others, and we'll take a look at, of course, that in much more detail. The governor is activating the National Emergency Operations Center and units of the Kentucky National Guard to stand ready to respond. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet officials and crews are also on alert, and local emergency management leaders are working to keep Kentuckians everywhere informed. Earlier today here in McGoffin County, there was a meeting between city, county, government, law enforcement, rescue, ambulance personnel, school personnel, law enforcement, if I didn't mention them, and others in an effort to make plans and put into primary focus what they might have to do in the worst case scenarios. McGoffin County Judge Executive Matt Wireman was in studio just a few moments ago to give me the updates on that meeting and what they are prepared for at this hour, and hopes that everyone else is as well.
Obviously, we've been monitoring the weather forecast, receiving updates from the Kentucky Emergency Management. Governor Beshear declared an emergency this morning, and right after that, the state emergency management had a Zoom meeting. We had at the fiscal courtroom this morning, school superintendent and some support staff with him, the mayor and emergency management director, myself and my emergency management director, representative from Patriot Ambulance Service, and representatives from our local nursing home. We all met, watched that Zoom meeting on the impending weather that we got coming, and worked out any details should we have to move the nursing home, as well as providing support to each group that was there.
State of emergency being called across the board.
Yes, the mayor has declared a state of emergency. I also have done that. It's kind of a preemptive thing. The state of emergency allows us to go ahead and to contract with folks should we need to, without having to go through normal bidding processes and procurements, as long as it's for emergency. It also allows for local governments and state governments to use each other's equipment and resources to mitigate or take care of local issues when it comes to emergencies.
I can't recall a single moderate and certainly major flood in my life, but certainly in the last 27 years that I've been paying attention as far as the news is concerned, that there hasn't been at least one, if not multiple instances of people getting stranded in vehicles trying to go through high water and seeing people nearly lose their lives. And we obviously have seen that worst case scenario happen. That's my always biggest word of warning is to please turn around, don't drown, as the simple saying says.
Yeah, that should be a given by now. We've had so much flooding in the last 6 years since I've been judge. that we should know. You just don't drive through those waters. We've had instances the last time. We had a vehicle that got in the water behind Lee's and Dairy Queen and had to have water rescue come, and then had issues with the boats because it ended up cutting and leaking. I mean, it just creates major havoc when it was just a simple thing of just staying out of the water, and that wouldn't happen. But hopefully we are prepared more as a community. I think we are. I have seen, as we've had multiple events, things get better because people have been there, done that, and they know how to act. But again, just as you just said, turn around, don't drown. It ain't worth it. Our resources right now are going to be dedicated, should it have to happen, to moving the nursing home to the middle school. That's what a lot of the planning was this morning. We got all the players ready to go. We've talked to the rescue squad captains and the fire chiefs, and we've got people assigned to those locations. The sheriff was at the meeting also this morning, and he will have his deputies helping and doing the things that we need to do. Everything's coordinated and ready to go. But when we get these other things happening, that creates a major burden on us and puts lives at risk.
Other local news will start after a message or two. February is American Heart Month, and because cardiovascular disease takes more lives every year than any other cause, we want to make sure you're heart healthy. By taking the necessary steps, checking your BP, your body mass index, and glucose and cholesterol levels. Improve your heart health and talk to any of our pharmacists today at Parkway Pharmacy. It's as hearty as it is convenient. It's delicious, creamy, savory goodness all in one. Get a famous pot pie while they're hot, only $7.19 plus tax year-round. But only until February the 16th can you grab a home-style bowl combo, mashed potatoes, gravy, corn, chicken, and cheese. Truly comfort food at your Sagersville, Lee's famous recipe. What are you going to get over your ice?
Atrial fibrillation is one of the more common rhythms we see.
AFib is an arrhythmia of the heart where the top part of the heart is beating erratically and out of sync with the bottom part of the heart.
The electrophysiology service is made up of a team of healthcare providers, and that includes an electrophysiology lab where we're able to do procedures to help repair heart rhythm problems. When a patient becomes heart rhythm free, it can really restore their life.
ARH, more for Appalachia.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in small town values.
And mom and dad and the things they handed down.
I believe some of the best people in the world are farmers.
I believe in insurance that protects families, homes, and cars. I believe in always finding a way to do what you love. I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
Johnson Central High School stands alone in providing the most college and career programs of study in one building throughout the entire state of Kentucky. This includes pathways in everything from the medical field to engineering, telemedia, welding, agriculture, and even aviation. And that's just to name a few of the 32 different choices. Work has also been started on a brand new state-of-the-art high school. So now is the time for your child to experience the power of opportunities in Johnson County schools.
SMB is proud to stand with you with what might be your very first and definitely last checking, savings, retirement, even Christmas Club account, along with consumer, auto, mortgage, business loans that you can easily manage from anywhere in the world with safe, secure mobile and online banking that comes from over 120 years of commitment to your financial life and well-being, today, tomorrow, and forever. Salyersville National.
At Big Sandy Healthcare, our mission has been to provide quality healthcare close to home. Now, as part of the mission, we're proud to announce our new Women's Health Mobile Clinic. We will be traveling to 5 counties to ensure that transportation is not an issue when it comes to your health. We can even arrange transportation from your home to the mobile clinic. Services include prenatal and postpartum visits, 4D ultrasounds, lab work, and wellness exams. For an appointment, call 606-263-6195. Big Sandy Healthcare, truly bringing quality healthcare close to your home.
House Bill 460 is one similar to others that have been brought before the Kentucky legislature. This time around, Kentucky Representative Ann Donworth filed legislation this week in an effort to make preschool funded by the state of Kentucky for all 4-year-olds starting this August, later on this summer when school starts back in the fall. House Bill 460 has been noted to already have support of the governor. A budget proposal as well by the governor has already been submitted. This was for the last year's legislation, and it would have extended preschool to all Kentucky 4-year-olds, and that would have cost the state some $170 million and put about 34,000 kids, preschool kids, in classrooms each and every year. As of right now, school districts like McGoffin and others have certain criteria that have to be met in order to accept a number of students, and that number has to be at a cap for logistical reasons. This would make publicly funded preschool available for all 4-year-olds starting next fall. I'll track that and keep you up to date. She went into a Sayersville business weeks ago, walked out on numerous occasions, literally in and out with arms full of merchandise, well over $1,000, and then left a bag of pot for payment as she left the store. Sayersville Chief of Police Neil Adams says that around 1:30 in the morning on the night of January, or morning of January the 14th here in Sayersville, that this woman, Jessica N. Bryant of T-Berry, which is in Floyd County, came into the Sayersville Speedway. And according to the employee on duty or on shift that night, she came in, started taking multiple items, toys, tobacco products, vapes, automobile merchandise, food, and other items without paying for them. She took many items, left the store without paying, came back in a few minutes later, took more items, left without paying, and did that on a number of occasions, telling the clerk she had a handgun, which he or she did not see, but was advised that the suspect had. The clerk pleaded with her to bring the items back before the police arrived, but the suspect refused to and offered to trade it all for some methamphetamine. And then the last time she left, she threw a bag of marijuana across the counter and said that should take care of the items, all of which added up to over $1,200 in total. Thus, she was charged after being arrested in Floyd County and placed in the Big Sandy with theft by unlawful taking, shoplifting over $1,000, and trafficking in marijuana. All of which, as I understand, captured on surveillance video. Also in the Big Sandy this evening, or at least as of airtime, 47-year-old Frenchie Watts of Louisa, who apparently tried to set fire to an apartment building, believing someone was inside at the time. Louisa police saying that back on November the 19th, at around 9:30, I believe that's p.m., in Lawrence County, he went into the Bird Hayes Manor to an apartment there and used combustible material and a lighter and set a fire in front of the door of the residence, or to the door of the residence. The door was damaged from the fire. It was extinguished, and those inside were said to not be seriously injured, but Watts has been charged with first-degree arson. Next, tonight's McGoffin Farm Bureau Community Calendar, with a reminder that you can plan to be there in person or Zoom. Either way, and to find out more, if you need a little help with the Zoom, well, they'd be glad to do that. You can call 789-3511 to the Paintsville ARH to find out more, extension 1229. You can also use that QR code there on your screen. They've got diabetes connection meetings once a month throughout the entire year. They've already had one. The next one coming up on the 27th, talking about nutrition. They talk about everything from gardening to foot care in the summer to eating out with diabetes, mental health, grocery store tours, and the like. And again, if you can't be there in person, you can Zoom and do it electronically over the internet. And this is going to be on the 27th, 10 o'clock at the McGoffin County Extension Service, or, again, via the web. I'll remind you. In a little bit when it gets just a bit closer, but it is the 14th, so we're only a couple of weeks away. The calendar is always here when you need it for birthdays and anniversaries or important announcements for your church, group, club, organization, nonprofit, what have you. So use it, please, whenever you need. A reminder that services will be held Tuesday for 62-year-old Tony Chris Minix of Sayersville, who passed away Sunday, survived by his daughter Tony Faye Minix, for stepchildren William Richie Spear, Coy Spear, Hannah Spear, and Christopher Spear, as well as his brother Barry, sister-in-law Teresa Holbrook, and 2 grandkids. Services will start 1 o'clock Tuesday from the Commissioned by Christ Ministries on the Little Road in Royalton. In lieu of flowers, the family has requested that contributions be made to the Memorial Fund at the McGoffin County Funeral Home.
Colin Mockery and Brad Sherwood, the dynamic duo from television's Whose Line Is It Anyway, are coming to town, and they're asking for trouble.
Our show is completely made up.
Prepare for a side-splitting interactive extravaganza as these improv wizards hit the stage, serving up a night of unscripted comedy gold.
It sounds like a big waste of time and a lot of money.
It is.
Don't miss Colin Mockery and Brad Sherwood. Catch them on Sunday, May 18th at the Mountain Arts Center. Get your tickets today at macarts.com.
Right now at the seasonal shop, everything Christmas, all the remaining Christmas decor, 70% off. They've got a new selection of home decor clearance items, 50% off the entire section, and they're fully stocked in Tyler Candle products, including their laundry detergent, which they can't keep on the shelf. You can elevate your laundry with their Ultimate Diva laundry detergent. It's a phosphate-free formula perfect for all fabric types, leaving everything incredibly clean and infused with a luxurious Diva scent. It's ideal for both machine, hand washing, and those high-efficiency machines. Everyone who has taken it home says it is simply indulgent. And don't forget, Valentine's Day is almost here. At the seasonal, there's a special place in Sagersville guaranteed to help you show some love to someone special this Valentine's Day. Fraser's Prater Drug has had the finest of Ruth Hunt candies for decades, and they've got just what your heart of hearts sweet tooth wants. Get candies and other great gift ideas at one of Sagersville's greatest destinations, Fraser's Prater Drug Store. Every season brings its own challenging driving conditions and some more than others. Stay up to that challenge at Conley's. Check out their monthly specials on the best tires. Their $35 computer diagnostic and over 30 years of brakes and oil and maintenance to keep you rolling. Conley Tire in Staffordsville and conleytire.net. And lastly, here are the latest updates that I have for you at this time. I preface the program by saying that all trends and outlooks for, specifically, I want to stress the viewing area because some numbers have not changed as far as potential total rainfall amounts. But for the viewing area and other parts of eastern Kentucky, have eased just a bit. It's not to say they're going to be correct and that we might not see torrential flooding and historic flooding. It is certainly a possibility. But as of right now, these are the updates. Yeah, I'm trying to look for a little good news here, so I want to stress that this could just as very easily change between now and in the next several hours. But, for example, we had the river watch for the Leviza Fork at Paintsville yesterday, estimated to crest at 40 feet. That has since been updated today down to 38, which puts it just a little closer to, well, right at moderate and not closer to a major flood. So a couple of feet could make a serious difference as far as anything is concerned. We've got water that's already standing in the Archer Park. If you go up around Pikeville and Walmart there, the river at its banks. And we've got, of course, a very well saturated ground after everything that we've already had. Rainfall totals. Yesterday, we were looking at a solid 2 to 4 for the viewing area. National Weather Service has updated that in the last few hours. We're backing it up just a bit to about 1.5 to 3 for our estimates. However, keep in mind, you can see here on this prediction here, this graph, that red area, it's going to start from down around Elizabethtown and central Kentucky and hit Frankfort and Lexington all the way up to Moorhead, Maysville in that area, and those folks are the ones right now which appear to be poised to see the most rain, and up to 6 inches, and some isolated areas even more in that particular spot is certainly possible, and it's more likely to be there than in the viewing area. We're still seeing some other downward trends. They're slight, but at least they're downward. Estimates for the Leviza Tug Fork, as I said, in Pikeville, Pressburg, Paintsville, Williamson, all down just a little bit. Cumberland River, Kentucky River Basin, all that area, we're seeing just a bit of a decline in expected crest. Let's hope that continues to be the case. And please, we've seen it happen. We've seen it on the news. We've seen worst case scenarios happen in our flooding history here in the state of Kentucky. please turn around, don't drown. You just can't tell how deep it is. It could be a road you traveled all your life, and you think it's only a few inches deep. Well, maybe it is, but it only takes 6 inches to move a small sedan or a regular-sized vehicle. 12 inches can just carry it away. Your truck, SUV, 18 to 24 inches, you think you're safe, you're not. And we all know if you've tried it one time, well, you think you're on the road and on the beaten path, but before you know it, you feel that tire give way and you're off, and you're going to drop off into some earth that is going to be so soft that it's just going to be hard to recover. So please turn around and don't drown. As far as what we are seeing after all the rain that we see, I'll talk more about it in your 7-day in just a few seconds, but we're still talking about the potential for a big winter storm next week. Unlike this winter storm, it will be more white. It will be all white and not wet. We're talking about temperatures behind all of this getting very cold, and right now there's certainly the possibility for definitely some accumulating snow. Could be light, could be significant next week, and we'll have to just wait until the first of next to get a handle on that. We're talking Wednesday into your Thursday or so. That could be on the heels of all this. Definitely some cold air right after this rain, and potentially some more moisture in the form of snow, which is just going to add certainly insult to injury. Local Doppler radar is showing one of the two big low-pressure systems that's going to be giving us all of this rain starting tomorrow. That's not hitting the ground as of right now. Clouds have been on the increase. We've got mostly cloudy to cloudy skies tonight. It's like I said, this is on your radar, but you're not seeing it hit the ground right now. It's coming. We'll see those two kind of culminate, and a lot of moisture from the Gulf is going to really feed all of this, and that's what's going to give us some rain continuous throughout most all of your Saturday and Saturday evening. The latest data that I have from the National Weather Service and looking into it as far as we can has us a chance of some sprinkles from what I just showed you, like 3 or 4 in the a.m. After 4, 5, the rain will start to work its way in. Temperatures are going to be steady at around 36 during the overnight. Now, just to let you know, we started off this morning at 21. We were expecting 17. Started off at 21, topped out at 44. We are at 39 right now. We're only going to see about 36, so not much of a fluctuation or change temperature-wise. Temperatures will be steady. Tomorrow, temperatures are going to hit about 53 degrees. Winds are going to be, not too bad early, but then up to 20 miles per hour or so by tomorrow night, and even windier on your Sunday. So 53 tomorrow. We have 60 degrees tomorrow night during the overnight by 4 a.m. 53 for your peak. It will fall a little bit as we get into around the evening hour, and then it's going to turn around and do an about face, and then we'll hit about 60. Right now, rainfall estimates for your Saturday, 1 to 2 inches during the day, about half to an inch Saturday night. That takes an inch off of total rainfall estimates from where we were 24 hours ago. 3 inches over 24 hours or a little bit more is much better than 4 or certainly more. But again, it is the weather. Sunday, we will see big changes. Rain before 5, then snow thereafter. Temperatures fall around 37 by 5 p.m. Winds are going to be even more strong Sunday, up to 28, 30 mile per hour gusts. Sunday night, up to 22, 23 mile per hour winds, mostly cloudy, and we'll hit 22 degrees, and with that, we'll have a slight chance of some snow late Sunday night. That's not the snowmaker we're talking about. Monday, we'll take a breath. For President's Day, mostly cloudy, then we'll see some sunshine. We'll see 34 degrees and 19 that night, no precipitation. Tuesday, another dry, albeit chilly day, low 30s, but mostly cloudy. No rain or snow to speak of during the day. It's really not until late Tuesday night when our next potential winter storm will start to cranking up into your Wednesday and then into your Thursday. Wednesday night right now looks to be the greatest chance of some snow that will carry into your Friday. Watch temperatures here. 33 Tuesday, mostly cloudy, a 40% chance of snow. Wednesday, 30 and 14, mostly cloudy, a 70% chance of snow. Temperatures 24 and 8 on your Thursday, mostly cloudy, still a 40% chance of snow. All this cold air that will just barely, very briefly be above freezing on your Tuesday for a little while after all of this rain, and with the potential for some light to maybe significant snow on top of all of that. Friday of next week, maybe we can take another breath. Still going to be cold, though, 29 and 14, but mostly sunny, nothing to speak of as far as snow is concerned, as we most certainly are going to have a January and a February, for whatever reason, for the books. Lastly, I just want to wish everyone again a happy Valentine's Day, and as well wish everyone a safe weekend. Please turn around, don't drown. 6 inches of water is all it takes to move a vehicle. Can sweep a car away with 12 inches. Your truck, your SUV, good 18, 20 inches or so, has the same effect, and who knows where you're going to end up or how you're going to end up. So please, just stay in if you can, and if you're in a low